Hello, everybody. I'm here and waiting for everybody to appear. I'm waiting to everybody to show up. So hopefully soon it's time. It's time to cook with me again. Let's just wait a bit. Just a tiny bit, a few minutes, so everybody can appear. Hi, Marianne. Nice to have you here. Great. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. So you can hear me. You can see me. Hallo, Christel. Ganz liebe Grüße nach Deutschland. Hello to Germany too. Nice to have you here. So, wir warten noch ein bisschen. We're going to wait a bit longer so a few people can join in. And I'm going to wait for my co-host as well, Chilla, who is hosting today's cooking experience with me. And hopefully it's going to be a good dish, that's for sure, but hopefully it's going to be an entertaining event for you as well. Let me see. So we're still waiting a few more minutes. Let me just tell you a bit about what we're cooking today. I'm going to say it first in German and then in English as well. Also, Christel, was wir heute machen, ist ein Hühnchen ungarische Art. Das bedeutet, normalerweise wird Schweinemedaillon ungarischer Art so gemacht. Allerdings dachte ich mache jetzt Hühnchen. Ich mache das nämlich sehr, sehr gerne. Und was wir letzte Woche oder vor 2 Wochen gekocht haben, das Lecho, diese Rezeptur kann man wieder üben und das heute verwenden. Ich habe das alles auf meine Homepage NelliciousTravels getan. Also müsste das auffindbar sein. Also, now in English. So what we're cooking today is Chicken Hungarian Style. And normally the original recipe is pork medaillons, Hungarian style. And 2 weeks ago, we cooked the traditional Hungarian lecho, the ratatouille, and the Hungarian ratatouille. And this is what you can practice and use for this dish. I'm preparing it today from chicken, and I think that's a very good alternative, but you can make it from lamb as well, from veal as well. So it is a delicious and tasty dish. So Chilla is here. Let me invite her to my chat room, and let's see how her day was. Let me see. Add to stream. Hello, hello.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, we can't see you yet. Hopefully soon, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, hello.
Welcome to Delicious Kitchen. Chilla, would you like to say a few words to your person so people know why you are here and why you are kind of co-hosting with me? That would be great.
Yeah, we are working together as guides, and mostly we are doing food tours, and cut it short, we share passion for cooking and eating.
Also for photography, because you are a wonderful photographer and you have a great site with beautiful pictures, just to mention it. But definitely cooking is number one and eating is number one for us. So, okay, let me see. I'm gonna first what I'm going to do now, because this is a live stream now, so people who cannot join in, they are gonna be able to see this for 24 hours on Facebook Live. And I'm gonna post it afterwards on my Facebook page, Nellicious's so you can cook it after this experience. First of all, what I would like to ask you, turn on your oven, turn it on 180 degrees, because this is what we're gonna need now. So I'm turning it on 180 degrees. And we have to preheat it now. And then, here we go. Let me just change the light. So, okay. Good that I can reach the ceiling and everything. Here we go. Okay. So, What we're gonna do, I prepared the chicken already. I made little fillet pieces, like a bit smaller. I'm using two chicken breasts for today's dish. And what I prepared, of course, is the lecho already. After the recipe I cooked 2 weeks ago, so you can see this is my lecho. This time I used the bacon as well, but I put a lot less Hungarian sausage into it, and I didn't put any eggs on it because that would be too much for this dish. But we have the lecho, so let's just cover it. And what we're gonna do first, we're gonna peel 3 cloves of garlic. So 2 or 3 cloves, depending how much you like garlic. Hungarian cuisine is very dominant with garlic. What do you think, Chilla?
Correct. I can agree with that.
Okay, we're cooking this recipe for 2 per people. And let me see. Yeah, that's what the recipe on the homepage was for. I mean, if you want to invite more people, you just have to add a bit more. So what we're doing now, I'm gonna use this chicken, put it in a bowl, and add the garlic to it. So I'm gonna squeeze it through. That's the easiest. You can cut it small as you wish. Squeezing is always fun and easy. So I put it on the chicken.
Nelly, I would like to check with you. I'm sure because lecho is a very popular summer dish in Hungary. What kind of usages do you have it? Because you can have it as an individual food, just to have it with scrambled eggs.
Absolutely. What was the question? What kind of?
What other usages you have? Because for lecho, what other usages you have for lecho?
Okay, so you can have it as a vegan dish. That means you just use the vegetables like the onion, the Hungarian bell pepper, the paprika, tomatoes, and garlic, and you saute it until it falls together and has a wonderful aroma. You have a slice of white bread with it, and that's a dish on its own. Then, if you are not that vegan, if you are more for meat, then you can add bacon before you saute everything, and you can add Hungarian sausage and top it with a scrambled egg. So you can have it a vegan, vegetarian, or meat eater version. And then we can use it as for dishes like today's dish, the Hungarian style. So whenever you are in Hungary and go into a restaurant, and something said medallions Hungarian style, that means this is lecho on top of the meat. The meat is just slightly fried on oil, and then they put the lecho on top of it. And what it consists as well, today's dish, is Rohscheibni, we call it in Hungarian. I believe it comes from the German word roh and Scheiben, which means raw and slicing it. So it's gonna be thin slice of potato, then the meat on top of it, and cover it with lecho. So this is what it is going to be. So I added the garlic to the chicken now. I'm gonna salt it a bit. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of pepper. And this is a dish where we don't use paprika powder. And I add a spoonful of oil. I mix it together and let it stand a bit. So Chilla, do you use paprika in every Hungarian dish as well?
Maybe in the sweets not, but otherwise, yes.
That's true. And what we're making here now, since there is so much paprika already in the lecho, I don't add paprika powder in here. So we let it sit for a while, and then what we're gonna do next, we're taking the potatoes. So I'm using new potatoes. That means I'm not gonna peel them. I'm gonna use the I'm gonna use the skin of it as well. So how was your day, Chilla, today? Did you have a busy day?
Every day is fun. Every day is fun day.
That's great. That's great. Anybody, if you have any questions, please write it in the chat, because I can see it. Chilla, can you see the messages as well, or is it just me who can see them?
I think it is just you, because I was checking the messages. Maybe you can help me. Where can I see them?
Okay, it's on StreamYard. So,
Maybe can you drop some messages that we can see that and we can check that? Can I answer on them?
I do have a few messages here. I speak German. Yes, I can hear you. Chilla as well. Thank you, Marianne, for the response. How many people is this recipe for? So 2 people. That's why the amount. So what I'm going to do with the potato, I'm gonna slice it. You slice it either manually with your hands, or you use a slicer like I do. Where's the camera? Or you can use a KitchenAid kitchen machine and do it that way. So I'm just using this manual slicer and slice the potato. So we roll slices, because this is how we have to start it. Oops. And it flies. It's a flying potato. Okay. So you see, this is going to be what we're doing, the Rohscheibni, because this is gonna be the bed for the meat and for the lecho. And since the skin of the new potatoes is really nice, the aim is to get this crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. And the good thing is that we don't really need a lot of time, because we're slicing it nice and thin. Okay. And maybe one more. So I would say 2 big potatoes, or 3 big potatoes for 2 people, depending how much you like potatoes. So we tested this StreamYard because I wanted to have Chilla as a co-host. We tested it a few days ago when we put some live streams in the air. I think it's a very good solution to use it and get you into the screen. So, Chilla, what was the last dish you cooked?
I was cooking today, but it was not Hungarian. I made some Turkish dish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what did you cook?
I'm not sure about the name. It is beans with, there are some similarities between Turkish and Hungarian recipes, because salt, pepper, and paprika as spices used. And it is a lot of cooking with tomato and tomato paste.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, and the why we have so many similarities with Turkish cuisine is one of the reasons is because we had the Turks here for 150 years in the Middle Ages, right?
That's correct. And I'm sure you know that there is also a Turkish version of the lecho, which is called menemen, and just the ratios are a little bit different.
Yeah, true. I just saw that last time a friend of mine made it. Yep, absolutely. So you have to know we are very, very fond of our paprika powder, but to be honest, paprika originates from Mexico and from Central America, and actually got to Asia, and the Osman Turks brought it to Hungary in the Middle Ages. So, although we weren't very happy that they stayed here for 150 years, but we were very happy about them bringing us paprika because we call ourselves the paprika nation, and we're very proud of our paprika. It's the best quality in the world, I can say, and we use it really in everything. So paprika is the reason why most of the Hungarian cooked dishes have the color they have. That means pink, red, orange, brown, because we put it almost in everything. And the first sweet or mild paprika version was actually, what do you call it? Made in 1920s in Szeged. That means paprika. We call everything paprika, what has to do with chili pepper, bell pepper, capsicum, but they were all spicy. And first in the 1920s, in the region of Szeged, they developed a type of paprika. This is this kind of paprika. Sorry. This kind of paprika, which was a mild version. And this is the main ingredient of Hungarian cuisine, beside onions and garlic, of course, and the paprika powder we use. So paprika is so valuable for us that we even call it red gold, and we make paprika powder, paprika paste in jars with chunks in it, red gold, so we compare it with gold, so valuable. So back to my potatoes. I sliced them. Now, I put about 2 tablespoons of oil on it. You see, I still have, with measurements. I do it by heart. So I just think, okay, this is what we need. I have to get back to measure so you can recook it easier. But I think if you cook with me or follow my video instructions, you are be able to follow it. Tiny bit more, because we don't want to burn it. Here we go. Okay, now your oven should be preheated soon. And we're going to use a tepsi. We're going to use a pan. And put these potatoes in here. Spread it a bit. It will be a bit covered and spread as well. That's actually the best in this dish. Some of the parts are gonna be really crispy. Some of the parts are gonna be soft, but it's gonna be true. We need about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the amount. And let me show this to you.
You put some salt on the potato?
I did put salt on it and oil. And now I'm going to put what I really like, rosemary on it. I picked the rosemary in my freezer. I picked it at our lake house in Balaton. And I just freeze it if I'm home because we have a big bush there. So you just put some of the rosemary on it. It gives it a very nice flavor. I think potatoes with rosemary, that can be a dish on its own. You can make some sour cream, dip to it with some garlic, and you have a really nice little meal. So that's about it. That's going to be enough. Just spread it a bit better. And then when your oven is almost preheated, so can you see this? This is how we're gonna put it in the oven for about, I'd say 13 minutes. Here we go. So now you can see me again. Okay.
Can you put also other spices on the potato, or you just use salt and rosemary?
I'm personally just using salt and rosemary. You can add a bit of pepper. That's true. Not too much, because pepper is not the main spice of Hungarian cuisine. Some people think, oh, Hungarian cuisine is spicy, so let's add a lot of pepper. The spice doesn't come from the pepper. It comes from the paprika powder and not from the pepper. But it adds a nice extra flavor to it. So my oven is preheated. So I just put it into the oven, which I preheated on 180 degrees. And it would go. Here we go. So, and I set it for, let's say, 13 minutes. Okay, here we go. Now, before I make the chicken, that's gonna be ready quite fast. So I'm gonna time it the way when the potatoes are getting ready. Let's just talk about Hungarian cuisine a bit. So let me see the questions. Du machst das sehr gut. Ich muss mir von der Jugend das Chatten erklären lassen. Ich verstehe dich auch Englisch gut. That's very sweet. A good friend of mine from southern Germany just joined in. So she says she has to get explained how the chat function works, but she's doing it perfectly. Yeah, I didn't know that about paprika. Yeah, paprika, a lot of people connected to us, but a lot of people connected to Mexico as well, because they have the different jalapenos and chilies and everything, right? So when did you last make a leche chilla?
Just a few days. It is a very popular summer dish. That's why I was asking that what are the usages you have for lecho, because you can make it in a lot of ways. It is possible to make with mushroom, but this is not so popular. It is possible to make also with rice. But personally, I prefer bacon and sausage, spicy.
Me too. And a slice of white bread, fresh bread, crusty on the outside, soft on the inside. And I even like it with some pickled veggies, like cucumber or cabbage.
And in case you are eating paleo, lecho is a perfect paleo dish. You
That's
just
great.
have vegetables. You just have vegetables and meat. In case you would like to take care about your silhouette.
So let me see. Lecho, vegan way, just the veggies. Vegetarian way, add a scrambled egg on top of it. Meat eater way, add the sausage and the bacon to it. And the paleo, meat and the veggies. Wow.
And I can make an international introduction also for lecho, because in a lot of nations a similar dish exists, like in the Far East, shakshuka, which is a little bit lecho, but prepared in a similar way for the Turkish menemen.
Absolutely. So the Yiddish cuisine, the Jewish cuisine has something very similar as well. The French cuisine, ratatouille. So you will notice that shows actually the migration, right? The great migration. Centuries ago, there was always a migration. So people brought their own recipes and they adjusted it to the local surroundings and what they could grow and get there.
We have a nice question.
Yeah. Can you read can you see the messages now?
Yes. Okay, it is from Marianne that the Dutch mom made lecho, but the recipe, she called it Romanian. I guess that this is due to the history. It is a little bit mixed up, because everybody claims lecho to himself. The Hungarians say that lecho is ours. Then Jewish people say that shakshuka is ours. Turkish people say menemen is ours, and so on. French people say ratatouille is ours. But and it is a very nice dish with vegetables. You can have it vegetarian way. You can have it with meat, but it is a nice summer dish. I like it very much.
Absolutely, and as Marianne says, absolutely correct. History of Hungary. Hungary used to be 3 times as big as today. So big part of Romania, Transylvania used to belong to Hungary. And that's why probably, because it might be done in that region as well, that's why some people call it Romanian. But 100 years ago, it was still part of Hungary, and that's why lecho, the word lecho, is the Hungarian way, the Hungarian way of preparing a vegetable dish. Yeah, true, true. Thank you for the question. Very nice. So there is still a bit of time for the potatoes in the oven. This is good. Yeah, Chilla, let's talk a bit about what is still also typical in Hungarian cuisine. So beside the main ingredients, onions in huge amounts, because if we make something with a liquid in it, or some stew, a soup, a stew, onions make it really kind of soft, silky, and creamy. And beside that, I told you so. Onions, paprika.
I would like to make a joke. I would like to make a joke with your yellow paprika.
Okay, listening.
So, in case you are going shopping on a Hungarian market, you have to have some basic Hungarian knowledge, because you could end at the harsh part in case your old paprika is very spicy. And you have to shop, which is called TV paprika, which is not television, but in Hungarian, tölteni való, which is to fill. And this is the sweet paprika what we use for cooking.
Yeah, so that's a paprika to be filled. We have another dish as well where we really fill it. It's the stuffed paprika, which everybody more west from here, they use actually the Californian bell pepper, but I think it tastes different and it has a thicker skin, so I prefer this to be filled with a nice tomato sauce. We can do it if there's interest. We can do that in the future, of course, to do a nice Hungarian stuffed paprika. There's minced meat, rice in the stuffing, and a nice tomato sauce around it. And the thing is, some of the dishes which are meant to be savory, we Hungarians, or me especially, eat it a bit sweetish. So even salads, we put some sugar into the vinegar. That is very typical. Even a tomato soup, I like it sweet. I don't know, what about you?
In case you cook with tomato, you have to put a little bit of sugar to take away the acidness of the tomato. And I would like to make a check in your kitchen. Do you have erős pista?
Of course I do. Of course I do.
We need the proof.
And I have piros arany. That means the red gold. That is the paprika paste. That is the paprika paste. So absolutely, we do need this kind of things. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Well, the oven is on. I'm warm, keeping my lecho warm, and I'm gonna make some salad to this dish, because we Hungarians love the cucumber salad. That's kind of a universal salad we make with everything, because Hungarians are not very good in eating leafy salads. So that means yeah, we rather skip the green salads, but we pickle everything, or make a nice tomato salad, or a tomato paprika salad, or a nice cucumber salad. So I'm gonna show you now how I make my cucumber salad, because it is nice, and it's a very nice side dish for this dish as well. But even if you make a Hungarian stew, it's a very good thing. When I was little, we grew this in our garden at the lake house. And those days, more vegetables had more bitters in them. That means a cucumber was bitter here at the end as well. So we learned to peel it this way, from the middle to the end, so we don't get so many bitters into it. Today, a lot of things are genetically modified, meanwhile, because people don't like bitters so much, although it's very good for the digestion. But it's rare that something is still bitter. What? It used to be. Do you remember that too?
New information for me. My
Oh,
grandmother had the technique that at the very first you have to cut the two end of the cucumber and check with your finger that it is bitter, yes or no.
we checked with our tongue.
Yeah, or in case it is bitterish, then you just cut till it is not okay.
True, absolutely, because you need some bitters for the digestion, but you shouldn't get too many. So I do cut the ends, but still, when I peel it, I just check it. So let me just get a plate, and I'm gonna use my universal slicer again. This is a very handy little thing because it's very easy. Let me just do it. It's very easy to slice it. Be careful not to slice your fingers. Sometimes when I talk or my mind is not there. We want a cucumber salad meatless. So do you like cucumber salad, Chilla?
I do not eat cucumber.
You do not eat cucumber at all? Okay.
No, I cannot eat it. I do not have any explanation for that, but I prefer tomato salad, but with the purple onion.
Oh, nice. That's very nice too.
Not the white onion, but the purple onion.
So this is how the cucumber looks like. Now you add a bit of salt. You add a tiny bit of oil. Maybe a tablespoonful. And now you add a pinch of sugar. This is what is weird for a lot of people. Well, we add a pinch of sugar. Then I just mix it together. And normally you can put some, now the vinegar is gonna come, and then you can add either some garlic or some dill or both as your taste requires. So,
do you add sour cream to the salad?
Normally I do, not this time, because me personally, I don't like the sour cream with the lecho. But if I have a stew, I love sour cream on the cucumber salad. Let me check on our potatoes. So, you see already, some of the parts are crispy, and it's getting already soft, yes. So I just get it off the bottom. You can use also some baking paper if you wish, but since we put oil on it, it's not necessary. And I can already feel it that it's getting soft. I put it back a little bit so it can get a color as well. And set it again for a few minutes. Yeah, here we go. Okay, now I stir my lecho because that is getting warm as well, ready to serve. If you cooked the lecho last time with me, you can smell the aromas. That's really nice. And now what we're going to do, since we have a few minutes for the potatoes, we're gonna put the chicken into the pan. So I I don't even add oil now because I marinated it in oil and garlic. And that's since I'm using garlic here as well, that's why I'm not going to put garlic into the cucumber salad. Yeah? So turn it on, you can turn it high, and when it's hot, you can add the pieces into it. What we still have to finish this off. So I'm adding 2 tablespoons. I love to use apple cider vinegar. They say it's very healthy, and I love the taste of it as well. So we are using some white vinegar. Aceto balsamico would be too colorful. That's why you can use either an apple cider vinegar or a white wine vinegar. So,
do you put paprika on the top?
not this time. Not this time. If I use sour cream, I add a bit of paprika to it. This time I won't. Do you?
Of course.
Yeah. What I'm going to add though is some dill. The dill is from the garden as well, which is good because whatever is from the garden, you know, it's organic, it's tasty. And if you freeze it right away after bringing it home and picking it, then it's going to be perfect. Okay, just cut it tiny. It's even easier to cut when it's frozen. Okay, and just okay. So you see. So this is actually the cucumber salad we need now as a side dish. Here we go. So you will see a lot of Hungarian dishes are very simple. But the good thing is, since we always cook from scratch, you know exactly what's in it. It's healthy, it's not processed, and that's what I appreciate.
Nelly, in case you freeze the dill, it is sticking together.
Where did I put it? It is in this form, a bit. A tiny bit, so it's easier to cut. But you can cut it actually before you freeze it. I just didn't have the time for it. So we are frying our chicken.
This is also a very quick dish too.
It is, absolutely, and a very tasty dish. That's the good thing about it. So
and you make it in seconds.
Yeah, quite fast. You do need about, if you prepare a lot of things, you can be done in half an hour.
And what is your strategy for lecho? You cook a lot and then you freeze it too?
No, I cook it fresh. Lecho, I don't freeze lecho. I prefer this kind of dishes cooked fresh because you need half an hour for a lecho as well.
Yeah, that's a quick dish too.
That's a quick dish. The only thing is you have to chop the ingredients, but it doesn't, I mean, not even chop, you slice everything. So it doesn't have to be small, and that's a good thing. I don't want to use too much oil, so what I do, I add some water. So the chicken won't be too dry and doesn't stick all of this in a non-stick pan. Still, a bit of liquid we need for that.
Do you use butter and oil together or just oil?
This time I'm using just oil. Yeah, just oil. You can use butter, of course. Everything has a nice flavor with butter, but I don't use that much butter since I already use butter on my bread in the morning. I don't need extra butter. So we are going to try to make this a bit get some color to it. It's always nice if chicken is not just pale, and it should be true, but it shouldn't dry out. I keep turning it. So we flavored it only with garlic, salt, a bit of pepper, and put some oil on it. And actually, that's the thing. That's the simplest dishes have the most flavor, because they are the natural flavors. And the rest I chopped. Here we go. I just stir my lecho a bit. And the potatoes are done. So let me just show them to you. So it's soft, it's crispy, and definitely not raw anymore. That's why it's good if you cut it really thin. And this is what the dish requires as well. So do we have any other questions? Okay, so you basically break off as much as you need. Yes, absolutely. Does the dill not stick together? You asked me that, right? Exactly. I just cut off as much as I want to use and then put the rest back into it and just cut it or chop it. Yeah. So that's we have chives, we have parsley, we have dill, we have everything in the garden which grows nice. Now I'm trying to grow some garlic, but I think that's gonna take a bit longer. And the good thing is everything is fresh and organic. You freeze it and you have it through the winter and just use it up till next spring and summer. The good thing is when I add some water to the chicken, when it sticks a bit to the bottom of the pan, it starts turning golden brown, and when you add some water, it gives it a nice color all over. Of course, you can add some more oil, but we don't need that much oil. And I said that last time. We use Hungarian cuisine uses mainly lard, pig fat, goose lard, duck lard. But because of a lot of studies say not healthy, which I don't believe in, because on the countryside we have ladies and men and women who are around 100, and they've been eating lard and Hungarian sausage their whole life. So you can't really say it's not healthy. But since we produce a lot of sunflower and canola in Hungary, we use a lot of sunflower and canola oil. And Hungarian cuisine, I prefer this kind of oil. I don't really use olive oil for Hungarian cuisine. If I cook Italian or other dishes or Mediterranean dishes, I use olive oil, of course. But for Hungarian dishes, I prefer this. Now my chicken is starting to get a different color, which is good. Let me show this to you. Okay, my lecho is hot. And this is going to be done soon too, so we can just actually serve it. But I have some bigger pieces of chicken where I like to cut in, because you shouldn't eat chicken raw. So chicken should be true, but shouldn't be dried out. Yeah, this needs a tiny bit more. I don't know. We eat, for example, we do eat beef raw, like a beef steak tartare, which I personally love. I do eat fish raw in sushi and sashimi. But other than that, Hungarian cuisine, do we eat raw meat, Chilla?
No.
Right?
No.
We actually prepare it most of the time, except the beef steak tartare.
And even in case you cook pörkölt, which is a typical Hungarian meat dish, it is advised that you cook on low temperature for a very long time. So I cook my pörkölt. I made a very nice beef pörkölt, and cook in 2-3 hours on low temperature.
And you always have to be careful to add a bit of water.
Yeah.
So because that dissolves, or what do you call it? Yeah, it disappears. And then you always have to add a bit of
the consistency. Yes.
Okay, I see now. Sunflower oil is the go-to oil in Dutch cuisine too. Yeah, I guess since I'm sure you do have a lot of sunflowers in the Netherlands too. Besides a lot of tulips, which are my favorite flowers. It's beautiful. When I lived abroad and just came home for a summer holiday, we have fields of sunflowers. End of July and in August, you just see the huge fields of sunflower. I used to love it. And in the evening, during the day, they look at the sun and just kind of, pray to the sun. And in the evening, when the sun goes down, they start to, what do you call it? Nod, start putting down their heads, and they are just so beautiful. We eat a lot of the sunflower seeds as well. When we were little, we bought it in a little bag with the outside of it. So we had to open it, and throw the what do you call that here?
So cheap, but we do not have this popcorn culture, but we have this sunflower culture.
Yeah, true.
Marianne, this beef dish, what I mentioned, is pörkölt. And it is also a very versatile dish because you can make it not just from meat, but from mushroom. You can make a very nice mushroom, but for pörkölt, you can use chicken, also beef, pork,
veal. So all kind of meats for the pörkölt, what a lot of people know abroad as the guyash, but actually the guyash is a soup for us. We call the beef stew the pörkölt. So my chicken is getting the nice color. So I'm gonna turn it off. And this is what I meant. Now, since it got a bit brown, if you put some water on it, then it's gonna get a nice little sauce without adding oil. So, all right, and now we can actually serve it. So you see, we've done it within 3/4 of an hour, although we were chatting, so you can be done a lot faster. You can make the lecho parallel to the other preparations, and everything can cook together. I just wanted to prepare the lecho in advance so that I don't slip out of the time. So
Lena arrived to us.
Okay. Oh, hi, Lena. See ya. Nice to have you here. So let me see. Okay. The way you serve it, you make a bed of potatoes. You make a bed of potatoes. Let me switch my camera a bit. Right. So that's about it. You have the bed of the potatoes. And then you add your chicken. You place it on it. And then you cover it with the lecho. Then you take a little bowl. Now you portion your cucumber salad. So normally, as I mentioned, you can add garlic to the cucumber salad, but I didn't want everything to have garlic in it. So and this is how you serve it.
I hope everybody is hungry right now.
So this is my chicken Hungarian style with the lecho we learned a couple of weeks ago. And I hope you are going to cook it yourself, and maybe you want to send me a picture of your dish, how it turned out, and maybe send me an opinion how you liked it. I would be really happy if you like it, and I would be really happy if you join me next time as well. I was thinking that maybe we could do a sweet dish next time, like a floating island or something like that. What is fast but delicious? A floating island in Hungary, we call it bird's milk. Because it's just protein, right? It contains a lot of egg and milk, so it's something delicious, or something different. If you would like to cook something sweet with me, just drop me a note, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna figure out another savory dish, which is fast and quick, so you can cook with me, so you can prepare anytime. If you want to eat something good, but don't have too much time to cook for 3-4 hours in your kitchen.
I could give a good tip for you what to cook as a sweet dish. Schmarni, Kaiserschmarrn.
Okay.
After the name, you will not guess that this is a Hungarian dish, but there is a fighting who owns the dish.
The Austrians or we?
But this could be a very nice dish.
That's true.
Very simple.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm gonna consider that too. Normally, I love when my mom makes it, but I could make it.
Always better.
It's more comfortable, yeah. But absolutely, and any ideas are welcome. I'm very happy. We can even make some vegetarian Hungarian dishes as well. Some vegetable pottages we eat on a regular basis. So you know what a főzelék, vegetable stew or vegetable pottage is. So anything you would like to try, let me know. Oh, Marianne, she loves Kaiserschmarrn. It's from the Austro-Hungarian time. Absolutely. That's why we still fight about who's got the copyrights.
Maybe it is a little bit same with strudel. Mm-hmm. Because we say that it is a typical Hungarian dish, but it is the same issue as with Schmarni, with Kaiserschmarrn.
True. Although I would say a Hungarian strudel is a bit different to the Austrian strudel, and definitely different to the German strudel. So
that's true too.
In the consistency, everything, and the preparation as well. So thank you for joining me, and hope there are a lot more other people who are gonna watch this video with us, and that you enjoyed it. And jó étvágyat, meaning bon appétit. Enjoy your meal, and hope to see you soon. Follow my site, Nellicious Travels on Facebook, or NelliciousTravels.com, my website, just to find out about new events, new recipes, online cooking experiences where you can cook together with family, with friends from different locations. Yeah, we're happy whoever joins us. So have a wonderful evening,
Hope to see you next time too. Bye.
Bye-bye.